Hello all. Now we are entering into the asynchronous JavaScript. Yes, this is going to be most important things, and definitely if you understand these things, definitely you will fall in with JavaScript. Okay? Without learning asynchronous JavaScript, we can't say that we know JavaScript. Okay? So this is the most important thing. Okay, let's jump into the code and let's write some code and then we can understand easily what is asynchronous and what is asynchronous JavaScript. Okay? So here we have three lines of code like console.log1, console.log2, console.log3. So hopefully everyone knows that what will be the output. Okay, let's see. Right click, inspect, and console. Just refresh. So it is giving 1, 2, 3. That means it is JavaScript will do one thing at a time. So just remember JavaScript always do one thing at a time. So first it will execute this line and then it will execute this line and it will execute this line. There is no problem. So this is called synchronous JavaScript. So whenever JavaScript executing a line by line, that is a synchronous thing. But if it is executing one by one, how we can handle asynchronous things? Okay, so that's what we are going to learn. So before, if you want to enter in, if we want to learn asynchronous JavaScript, so two things are very important. We should have learned already what is callback functions, okay, and arrow functions. Then it's easy to understand asynchronous JavaScript. So already I have explained what is callback function and what is arrow functions in last two videos. So don't be hurry. So if you want to learn asynchronous JavaScript, please go back and learn what is callback function and arrow function and just start asynchronous JavaScript journey. So that it's very easy. Otherwise, you will get some confusion. Okay, so I hope if you are watching this video from this point, I hope you are already aware of callback functions and arrow functions. Right now I'm writing something different, so this is a really interesting things. So what I'm doing, the line number 2 so far, console.log1, console.log2 is there. So here I'm creating some callback function. I'm just creating a function. Let's say simple function. This is a like display. Okay, in that I'm just moving this line of code into display. Okay, so if I invoke this function here, right, naturally we know that what will be the output. It will be the same. Just refresh. So still we got the same result because it's asynchronous. First it will do this one, and then because just a function definition, so here it will invoke this function and then it will execute this line. After completing that, it will come out of the block and it will execute this one. So just try to debug, and because already I've explained how to debug the code and all those things, so that I hope you are aware. So this is also asynchronous. Okay, here nothing asynchronous. So now what I'm doing, I want to make this function as a callback function to a timer. So now we are going to learn what are the timer events in JavaScript. So this is very important. So okay, I will just introduce one timer today or two timers, then we can learn all the things. Okay, so if you want to see how many things are there, just go to W3 schools. You will find like set timeout, set interval, clear interval. I'm saying these are very important. Okay. Okay, we can learn one by one. So I want to use a set a timeout. Okay, today we can learn. So what is a set timeout? Set a timeout is like a predefined method So how it will work actually, what it is expecting, just do a mouse over, it will it is expecting one handler and one like a number timeout. Okay, so don't worry, simple. We should pass a function, like means callback function. If you pass a function as an argument to another function, that is called a callback function. So far this is a normal function. This is a normal function. Whenever you are passing this function, this display function as an argument to another function. Of course, this setTimeout is a predefined function or a method already available in the browser so that we are directly using it. So it is expecting one function and sorry, and it is expecting some delay. Suppose if you give a 3000 means 3000 means 3000 milliseconds. So you can convert that into seconds. Or suppose if I give a 5000 means it's a 5000 milliseconds. So what will happen? What it will do? Let's see. Now I'm just removing this line. If you do display like this naturally, this we will get console like 1 2 3. And now I'm not doing this. I'm just remove this. So somewhere I have defined this function. Okay. And now what we are doing, console.log 1, and here I'm just saying that set timeout. I'm just giving the a function and giving the 5000 milliseconds. What is the meaning of this means? So set timeout, please execute invoke this display function after 5000 milliseconds. I'm not saying that don't execute this. Suppose if you call this one like this, that means you are giving instruction to the computer that just invoke that function immediately. Once you complete this line number 1, once you reach line number 24, immediately invoke that function, then execute this line of code. But here what is the meaning of this set timeout means? Okay, don't invoke this function immediately. Just do it after 5000 milliseconds. Okay, normally we used to say to the kids, like if you give some chocolate or a cake, we used to say that please don't eat now itself. Okay, just put that in a fridge and eat after 2 hours or something. Sometimes we used to say, right? So this is the same. So don't invoke that function now itself. Just do it after 5000 milliseconds. Okay, now please just guess what is the output. So what is the output? Whether the output will be 1 2 3, or you will get some different results. So previously if I invoke this display, it was giving the output as 1 2 3 in a sequential order. But here we did something different. So now what will happen? So that means this is the simple entry point to the asynchronous programming. So I just, so now see the output. Okay, I don't want to trouble you, but just guess it, just note down your answer on your, like take a textbook or a notebook or somewhere, just note down and see the output. So if you give a right answer, very good. If you give a wrong answer, no problem, we are going to learn properly. So we got the 1 3 already, and after some delay we got output as 2. So if you see, I will do one more time for you. So 1 3, because where is 2? Because I said execute 2 after 5000 milliseconds. But if you see that execution of console.log 3 is not waiting to for that statement like console.log of 2 or display function. So this is called simply asynchronous JavaScript. So JavaScript doesn't wait for anyone. So here, uh, now understand carefully. So even I want to move this little bit top. So this is just a definition. So just think, here we have three lines of code to execute, right? So one is it will print output as 1. Of course, it will print in the console output as 2, and it will print output as 3 in the output. So if you invoke this function display, if you invoke this function display here, I'm repeating multiple times because many of our students are new to this, that's why. So what it will do in this situation, we will get the output as 1, 2, and 3. But whenever you added some delay, then output will be 1 and then 3, and after some delay it is printing 2. Simply, this is asynchronous. What is happening? Because if you see, whenever JavaScript engine reaches this line number 23, it will go on, it will execute, it will fine. But whenever we are invoking this set timeout and we are giving a function as a callback function to the set timeout, and what we are saying, so please don't execute it now itself, do it after 5000 milliseconds. So okay, JavaScript engine say that okay, no problem for me. I will execute this. I will remember your request and I will execute exactly after 5000 milliseconds. Don't worry. But let me do my work. So it doesn't wait because it doesn't sleep here. It doesn't sleep here. It doesn't sleep here for 5000 milliseconds. Okay, it will do it. It will start doing its work. So what it will do? It will go and execute console.log3, and simultaneously, after 5000 milliseconds, it will remember and it will execute this one. That's a simple thing. So, how internally it is happening in a browser, that is going to be really, really mind-blowing concept in JavaScript. So, if you are watching that, if you are learning this concept first time, definitely you will fall in love with JavaScript. If you already learned, definitely already you fall in love with JavaScript. If you didn't fall in love with JavaScript, that means you didn't understand JavaScript. Simply, I can say, because that's my confidence. Because this you can't find this much of happiness in other things. Because in learning also you can find a lot of happiness. If you understand a beautiful concept, definitely you will be happy. So let's how it is handling. So if you want to understand all these things, like how because it is not waiting this. So even if you see, if I do console.log 4, so even if you give 100 instructions, okay, I will change 4 5 6, like suppose 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8, this is 9. Okay, and let me copy these things one more time. Okay, how many things are there? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So let's see what will be the output. What will be the output? Now. So if you see, 1, 3, 4, 6, everything 15 is completed, but that second one is it is printing after 5000 milliseconds, exactly after 5000 milliseconds. So that means JavaScript, of course JavaScript is doing synchronously only. Actually, JavaScript is doing synchronously only. What's happening? But it is handling asynchronous things in a beautiful way. That's it. So we can't say that JavaScript is an asynchronous programming language. No, that's wrong. JavaScript is always a synchronous programming language. It will do one thing at a time, but how it is handling this one? Okay, yes, of course, we are going to learn that everything. We are going to see what's happening in the browser and what is the event loop, what is the web API, what is the timer, what is the callback queue, and what is the even what microtask queue. Okay, lots of beautiful concepts are there. So it will display that after 5000 milliseconds. Suppose if you see in the same way, console.log of 10 is there. Suppose if you want to display after 10,000 milliseconds, what you can do? Just create another function. So just move. Okay, this is like simple triple A, and just move this line of code. Okay, cut it and just add here. So you want to display this 10 after 10,000 milliseconds or something. Okay, now what you need to do? Simple, go and call your set timeout and triple A and give a 10,000 milliseconds. 10,000 milliseconds. Now just see the output. So just please do practice. If you don't do practice, you can't understand. Just write, change the logic according to your in skills, and just try to execute. So if you see 2 is not there and 10 is not there, 2 came after 5000 milliseconds, still we need to wait for the 10. Boom, it's working, right? So please do practice. And now I'm explaining one more thing. Before start learning that, please do practice once. So now I'm just removing these things, these three things. Okay, so I don't want to trouble you in a single session, so that is fine. Okay, for this session, if you understand, like it is giving, it is displaying after some time, that's the most beautiful thing. So otherwise I will do one thing here. Start and console.log. This is end of the JavaScript execution things. Okay, we can write the same thing in a different example. So function, I'm saying like say hello. Okay, here if you just write welcome to asynchronous JavaScript world. Okay, asynchronous JavaScript world. This is most beautiful world. Okay, start, and if you see here, I'm putting set timeout, set timeout, and I just given the callback function name, and I have given 5000 milliseconds delay. So what will happen? It will print start first, and it will set the timer, and it doesn't wait for the timer, and it will keep on executing all the lines. So it will complete execution of console.log of end, so that you will get start and end as output. And after 5000 milliseconds, okay, JavaScript like browser will remember all these things, and it will print, it will execute say hello, and it will print welcome to asynchronous JavaScript world. So just go and refresh. So start end, so we need to wait for 5000 milliseconds. 1 2 3 4 5, yeah, we got the output. This is fantastic. So now if you see, there is another timer is there, that is called set interval. Okay, that one we can learn tomorrow. It's not a big deal. But here, what I told you, that we should learn what is callback function, what is arrow functions. Okay, already we have used callback function, because if you pass any normal function as an argument to another function, because set timeout is another function, we are passing this say hello. Because don't do this thing, don't put the parenthesis, because that means you're invoking immediately. So that's a dangerous one. So just provide the reference to that function, that is called the callback function. So now I want to simplify this code much more linear way. So if you see, the say hello is there. So instead of passing here as a say hello, what you can do directly, you can you can define this function here itself. So initially it is difficult for you, but do practice, do practice, do practice. It's very, very easy. Okay. Till the time, just okay, you can go with a normal fashion. So if you see, this is a callback function and 5000 delay. So let's see, execute this one more time. So you will get the same result. Yeah, it's working fine. Now we are going to simplify this because this is normal function, right? This is a normal function like as a callback. So now just convert it to arrow function. Let's see how beautiful is this. What I'm saying, just convert into arrow function. So here, how to convert this to arrow function? Already we understand, right? So if you don't know, if you forgot, so just do a copy again, and I will show you how to convert to arrow function simply. So here, var say hello, and first convert into the function expression so that it is easy for you. I'm saying like for beginners. If you already know, do it quickly and test it. So this is a function statement. This is a function expression. Now we can convert into arrow function just by removing the function keyword from left side, and in just introduce the arrow here. Simple, right? This is the arrow function. So now here, instead of just putting all this stuff, just give this one here. Okay, this one here. And if you see, if we have only one statement inside that function body, even you no need to give this curly brace. Just remove that curly brace. That's simple. Okay, that is enough. That is enough. So if you see, I hope you guys understand what is the importance of arrow function with one example, right? Here we can write easily whenever we are dealing with the callback functions. We don't need to write functions say hello equal to and the function body kind of thing. So we don't need that. In this situation, we don't need to give a function name or a function keyword. This is a simple thing. So now let's see whether whether it is working or not properly. Just refresh. Boom. After 5000 milliseconds, it's working fine. Super. So before leaving, I will just change it to set timeout to set interval. Let's see what will happen, and we can conclude it. So just refresh. Just wait, and see. Oh, wait for 5000 milliseconds. If you see the count is 2 here, 3 now. What is happening? What is happening? I hope you understand. Set timeout will do this operation one time. So after 5000 milliseconds, it will execute one time. That's fine. But set interval means you should do this action every after 5000 milliseconds. That's called a set interval. Okay, of course. Anyway, I'm going to explain this with a good example in the next video. So if you understand these things, please do practice. So please do practice. If you don't do practice, you can't remember anything. So you will waste a lot of time. So please do practice, not for me, for you, for your career, for your future. Okay, I don't have any problem if you don't do practice also. Thank you, and see you in the next video with the set, and we can see some few other timers, and after that we are going to understand what's happening in the browser, how browser is handling all these things. Okay, see you and bye bye.